गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वर गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति 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 हरि Om. Let there be peace and love amongst all the human beings of this universe. Let there be peace. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We have done the study for first 20 chapters. Subsequently, we started with the revision. We have reached till 6th chapter. Now, 7th chapter we are starting. That is the story of Lavana. The people who are contemplating by studying this, what is the aim? The aim is to have a peace of mind. How the peace of mind will come? By maunam. It is not by discussing on WhatsApp calls or mobile calls or likewise. If you really contemplate, you will become introvert. If you become introvert, the purpose of life will be known to you. And once the purpose of life is known to you, you will feel the gap between your peace to be achieved and the present situation. So you will, if you feel the gap, then only you can fill up the gap. Feel is first feel is FEEL feel, and second feel is to feel FILL feel. So naturally, if you wants to remain contented, blissful, cheerful, happy, and horrible, relaxed and cool, at least for 10 to 20 to 30 minutes, you should contemplate so that the beautiful book like Essence of Yogaavasishtha will do justice in your life, and the justice will be like happiness, and that happiness will be expressed, not desired. It will be the happiness unlimited. It will not remain for some time and again you will become miserable. The sorrowful situation or joyful situations will come in the life, but you will know that but for certain this is a dream, but for certain this is mithya, and this is for us to know. And that's why there are the stories after the stories are going on, and what the people start doing, like me, start giving lectures and start giving the provoking and giving and discussing, and then maybe writing some PhD thesis and doing some manipulations in scriptures and comparing Bhagavad Gita, Yoga, so many Sankhya and all that, and then you ruin yourself. Instead of doing all this thing, why can't we do that justice to the contemplation? Like as we keep on saying through this Yoga Vasishtha study, there are four gateways of liberation. First gateway of liberation is tranquility, very important. Second gateway of liberation is contentment. That is also very important. Third is sadhu sangha, that is the company of holy people, and fourth is inquiry. So all these four are required. One, two, three, four, whatever we can do, we will be really happy and cheerful always under all the situations. So with this small note of around 3 minutes, we will start the revision on chapter number 7. That is the story of Lavana. Shambharikan Monam, the delusion caused by the juggler. So what Vasishtha Rishi is telling, who is telling this commentary? Vasishtha Rishi is telling this commentary to the Rama. And generally one or two or three shlokas are purely for the scriptures, that is for transcendent, immanent, one without second divinity. That is the principle. So now Vasishtha Rishi says, Vasishtha said, by his own imagination, a fool is deluded, not a wise man. जो फूल रहता स्वसंकल्प वशात मूढ़ो, मूढ़ जो है वो अपने ही संकल्प में जीते रहता है, मैं ऐसी करूंगा, मैं वैसी करूंगा, वो ऐसा हो जाएगा. सो मुंगेरी लाल के हसीन सपने. एंड you may get some siddhis also, but that siddhis are also obstacle on the path of spirituality, that you should know. So by his own imagination his fool is deluded, not a wise man. अगर वो wise man है, पंडिता न पंडिता, स्वसंकल्प वशात मूढ़ो मोहम इति न पंडिता, स्व संकल्प, जो खुद का संकल्प करेगा ऐसा मूड, foolish person will be only caught in the race and not the pandita. That means wise people will not go. So reflect on the truth with your intellect and disregard truth. Vichare diya satyam. So what is the procedure told here? What is the spiritual practice told? Reflect on truth with your intellect. So we have to use the intellect. Asatyam cha parityajya, discard untruth. So what is untruth? His whole dream-like world is untruth. So use that word for your spiritual growth, for spiritual evolution, and do the vichar. What is vichar? Whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not, you are divine. That is vichar. So do the vichar. विचार करो कि भाई आप डिवाइन हो, सब जगत डिवाइन है. So there is no point fighting outwardly. Inwardly you have to fight. अंदर ही अंदर अपने को लड़ाई झगड़ा करना पड़ेगा. So now how to do it? Second shloka is Rama. Vasishtha is addressing him. मन प्रशमनेन रामा. With the quenching of the mind, मन को शांत करना है, मन को consciousness में dissolve करना है. Quenching of the mind, only liberation remains. So what is that? The thinking mind itself is an obstacle. But think तो करना पड़ेगा. तो intellectually, why can't we think about the divinity? Think about the divinity and then subsequently drop that also. Once you are through, once your understanding has come. With the quenching of mind, so that means if mind is dissolved in the consciousness, what remains is only consciousness. Only liberation remains. In this matter, I shall tell you the excellent narrative. Now, Vasishtha Rishi is telling Rama कि I will tell you excellent narrative. बहुत सुंदर एक कहानी बताता हूँ. Hear this. So, beauty of this Yoga Vasishtha is stories inside the stories. Now, he is going to tell the story to us. And Vasishtha Rishi is telling story to Rama, and through that Rama as our representative, you will also listen that story. So now he's starting in third and fourth sloka. There was a very virtuous king by name Lavana. तो बहुत एक भूपाला परम धार्मिकम बहुत धार्मिक ऋषि था, बहुत ही रिलीजियस, ऑल थिंग्स यूज्ड टू डू. तत्सभाम एकदा कश्चित साटोपम इंद्रजालिकम. उनकी एक सभा में क्या हो गया कि एक जगलर आ गया, काउंसिल चेंबर में जगलर आ गया. एंड दैट जगलर हैज टोल्ड, हैज अ पीकॉक feather in his hand, and then he bunch of the peacock feathers was there, and he says, king, see this, raja ye dekho mere haath mein kya hai. So what happens is the king sees that and it creates he world around the king. Now usko kya hota hai, it produces the delusion in the mind of king. So similarly the world is a delusion, world ka bhi delusion, कुछ कुछ होते रहता है जगत में, तो उसका delusion, when we are seeing outside, the delusion comes. So now, shloka number 5. Then the neighboring king of the Sindhu territory entered the council chamber accompanied by the mind. Now this is all happening in the Raja's mind. He sees that neighboring country, बाजू के country का राजा जो सिंधु है, वो उसके council chamber में घोड़ा लेके आता है. And then juggler spoke to the king with friendliness. That juggler वो राजा को हाथ नमस्कार करके बोलता है, फ्रेंडलीनेस से अफेक्शन से बोलता है. क्या बोल रहा है वो? किंग, माउंटिंग ऑन दिस गुड हॉर्स गो अराउंड द वर्ल्ड. भाई इस पे चढ़ जाओ और पूरा जगत देख के आ जाओ. When the king seeing the horse with unwinking eyes, वो unwrinkling है, आईज की wrinkling नहीं हो रही है. So she stood still for 2 muhurtas as if he were absorbed in meditation on the self. जैसा सेल्फ पे मेडिटेशन कहीं करता है. 2 मुहूर्त, 1 मुहूर्त means 1.5 hours. Nearly 1.5 hours, 48 minutes is 1 muhurta. So 2 muhurts, Raja's आँखें खुली रहेगी. And he was sitting in this chamber council hall, and then those members of assembly who were filled with the wonder becomes anxious. लोगों को लगा राजा को 1.5 घंटे से क्या हो गया, एकदम स्टैंड कर रहा. Having attended wakefulness, then the king whose mind was confused become awakened. राजा का जब माइंड कंफ्यूज था तो फिर awakened हो गया. Having attended wakefulness completely, he spoke to his ministers. जैसा वो wakeful हो गया,